Okay, so in the last class we are discussing about the resistances. We had seen three type of resistances. One is your DC resistance, another is your resistance, and another is your dynamic your average AC resistance. Okay, so we had also seen okay, just yes, these three resistances we have discussed. Just a DC resistance, then AC resistance, and average AC resistance that we are talking about. And this is the summary which we will be discussing, that DC resistance is at a particular point just the corresponding VD by corresponding ID, that is the AC resistance. Sorry, that is the DC resistance. AC resistance is what at a particular point. If you are finding out the resistance at this particular point, then make a tangent and find out the slope of the tangent. That is, for this tangent, what is the delta VD by delta ID? That is the AC resistance. And average AC resistance is what? You take 2 points. In between these 2 points, what is the delta VD by delta ID? Okay. We had seen one problem based on this DC resistance. Another problem we were looking at based on this AC resistance. Okay. So the DC resistance problem we have already seen. This problem we have already calculated. Then AC resistance also, that the slope at a particular point, if this is the point of operation, the slope at this particular point that we are discussing. And one problem we had seen based on that point. So we are calculating the resistance at this point. I will calculating that we are putting a slope for this point, and we are finding out the delta VD and delta ID, and we are dividing and we are finding out the AC resistance at that point. So this option, the bit A and bit B we have done. You can just refer from that PDF. This PDF I might have given you, so you can refer from that. I think we'll proceed from that point itself. Okay. So there is also another way in which we can find out this AC resistance. Okay. So resistance is what? It is basically V equal to IR, or you can know V equal to IR, or resistance equal to V by I. Okay. So I have already I have told you from the semiconductor physics this equation exists. ID equal to IS into e to the power kVd by Tk minus 1. So this is a solid state physics equation. Okay. And where this ID is what? It is the diode current, and IS is the reverse saturation current. Okay. The relationship between ID and IS is given by this equation. So from this equation, if I do some sort of derivative or any other operation, then also I can get the AC resistance. So that I want to do now. Okay. So since I have one ID equation, if I will derive it with respect to VD, then I will get dID by dVT. Okay. Then I can do that reciprocal of that thing, which will give me the resistance. Okay. So I have my ID here. So I can do it dID by dVT. I can find out how much is this. Okay. But I can find out the resistance equal to 1 by okay. So first I will derive the ID with respect to VT. Then to find out resistance, I will do its reciprocal. Why? Because if I'm doing 1 by dID by dVT, that in the other way it indicates to dVT by dID, or it is in terms of V by I. Okay, so V by I means it is resistance. So now my aim is to derive this equation with respect to VT, and once I will derive it with respect to VT, after that I will do its reciprocal. So that will also give me the AC resistance. Okay. All of you understood what I am going to do now? Yes or no?
So please repeat.
Yes, sir.
Can you repeat?
Okay. So I have a ID equation. Okay. So if I'll derive this ID equation, dID by dVd. Okay, I can do its derivation. Okay, once I do its derivation, I will take the reciprocal there of that thing. Okay, I can say dVd by dID equal to 1 by, okay, am I right? So dVd by dID is nothing but it is the resistance, because resistance is in terms of V by I. Okay, so now I am trying to find out the resistance. Okay, so to find out the resistance, I need dVd by dID. But what I can do, dVd by dID is also equal to 1 by dID by dVd. Okay, so now I have an ID equation. I can derive it. So I will derive this equation with respect to Vd and I will apply that here. So which will give me the resistance. Okay, so let us see this derivation, then it will be more clear. So remember this this equation. So this equation is there from the solid state physics. So now what I'll do, I'll derive it with respect to Vd. Okay, I want to find out dID by dVd. Okay, I am doing the d by dV of this given equation. Here you can write down dVd. It is not written Vd. Till this point, I have not done anything. Okay, so I am just doing d by dVd of ID. That means this equation which is given, I am deriving it with respect to Vd. Okay, so this will be equal to Is into d by dVd e to the power k Vd by Tk. Is that clear how it is coming? Because when I will do the derivation with respect to, otherwise I am doing it instead of, I'll do this derivation. Okay, so I'll open it d by dv of Is into e to the power kVd by Tk minus d by dv of 1. Okay,
तो 0 होगा sir.
okay, so this will be 0. Okay, so I have only the d by dv of Is e to the power this much. So Is is a constant term, so Is will be taken outside. Okay, so this should give me Is into d by d. Actually, this one is Vt. d by dv. d by dVt of e to the power k Vt by Tk. Okay, so you must have done this derivation in +2. Okay, so this will give how much?
No, sir.
Is into k upon tk into e to the power k Vd upon tk.
Okay,
K के तो cancel हो जाएगा sir. K है ठीक.
which one will be cancelled? No. See, Is, look at here, d by dVd you had. Okay, so if d by dx of e to the power x is there, then its derivative is equal to e to the power x. Okay, what e to the power d by dx of e to the power x equal to e to the power x, that you know. If let us say here d by dx of e to the power 5x, okay, so that will be equal to how much?
5 into e to
the power x.
5 into
e to the
E to
power
the
E
power
to
5x.
5x.
okay, because this 5 term I have to
5x.
take outside. Okay,
Sir,
similar.
5x.
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 E to the power 5x.
5x.
E to the power, sorry, e to the power 5 into e to the power 5x, right? So similarly, This is just example I told you. Okay. Similarly, I had is d by dv e to the power k vd by tk. So this k by tk term will come in the output side, outside of this derivation, where it is k by tk e to the power k vd by tk. Okay. So this is a simple derivation. Is d by dv of e to the power k vd by tk, or which is equal to is k by tk e to the power k vd by tk. I hope till this point it must be clear. Yes or no?
Yes,
Sir, can you repeat this once again?
Okay. Okay. So this one equal to d by dv. This is dvt of is e to the power k vd by tk minus d by dvt of 1. So this one is 0. Okay. So d by dvd. Okay. Is is first. It is a constant term. So it will be taken outside. D by dvt e to the power k vt by tk, or this is equal to how much? Is this k by tk term will coming outside of this derivative. Okay, so this is just a concept of derivative, that if as I explained you here, d by dx of e to the power 5x will be equal to how much? This 5 term will be outside 5 e to the power 5x. Okay, so these are the simple calculus, mathematical calculation which are there in plus 2. So you should be clear about this thing. If you are not, please go through that thing.
सर वो वाला इक्वेशन कहाँ से आया, डी इक्वल टू आई एस इंटू ई टू द पावर के वी डी बाई
That I
tk
told you,
minus one.
will not talk about. I mean, how it came. It is a principle of physics from semiconductor physics. It is there. So we'll start from that point, because this is something which we are not going to. I mean, how this equation has been derived, that we will not discuss here. Okay, just remember that the relationship between ID and IS is this much, and what is this K, VD, TK, those has been already written in the previous slide. Okay.
You will get that in higher studies.
So that is that is
सर
a concept
बहुत
of
सही से नहीं पढ़े हैं.
no. That you don't have to be worry about this equation. Okay, so you just remember it is something which it is not useful in our context, so that's why it has not been added. Okay, how this equation is coming. So see, if that equation will be understood, or how that principle or how this thing is coming, then it may take a long time. Okay, so that's why it has not been added. Just remember, from solid state physics there is a equation. I mean, the relationship between the drain current and the saturation current is given to you. From that thing, we are calculating how much will be the resistance. Okay. Just let me erase this thing. Now look at this step. Am I correct? If this equation was given, ID equal to IS, look at the top. Okay, can I arrange it like this? First open this bracket. Okay,
Yes,
then
sir.
take ID plus IS equal to IS into this much. Is it clear? Okay, so that thing is just written over here. That in place of this IS into K by Tk into e to the power k Vd by Tk is nothing but equal to ID plus IS. So that is written here. Okay. So IS into e to the power k Vd by Tk equal to ID plus IS. So इसको अगर हम थोड़ा रिसाइज कर देंगे, k by Tk into IS e to the power k Vd by Tk. Okay. And this much is nothing but equal to ID plus IS. So that has been written in the last equation. dID by dVd equal to K by Tk into ID plus IS. Okay. Now normally ID is much greater than IS. Yes or no? Already I have told you, look at this graph. ID means after your knee voltage. This is a direct current. Okay, ID is very large current. And IS is what? It is almost horizontal. Okay, its value is very low. Why? Because IS is the current due to the minority carrier, whose amount is very negligible or very small. So that's why ID is much larger compared to IS. Okay, so in those scenario, we can neglect that IS compared to ID. So that's why it is written approximately equal to. Here you see approximately equal to. In engineering or in physics, there are different time where you take some approximation. For simplicity of calculation, you have to take approximation, taking some conditions. Like if ID is much larger than IS, I can say IS is negligible compared to ID. So I can say ID plus IS is approximately equal to ID. So it is coming K by Tk into ID. Okay. Till this point, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
सर वो के बाई टी के कैसे है समझ नहीं आया अभी भी
ये K by Tk.
अरे वो वाला इक्वेशन को रीअरेंज करते हैं सर.
नहीं नहीं. Are you asking this one or the I mean this one?
above one
Above one. Okay. So that is the principle of your derivative. Okay. So I told you if you are doing d by dx of e to the power x, कितना होता है? e to the power x. Okay. But if it is d by dx of let's say 5x, वो कितना होगा?
5 e to the power 5x
5 e to the power 5x. Okay. That means whatever the constant multiplied with x, that comes here. Okay. Similarly, if it is, let us say, it is kx, d by dx of e to the power kx, वो कितना होगा?
k e to the power k
k e to the power kx. Okay. इधर अगर k by tk x, okay, इधर कितना होगा? अभी बोलो.
क्या किए हो ऊपर
k by tk, d by dx of e to the power k by tk x.
k by tk e to the power
Yes.
k by tk into
बस k by tk e to the power k by tk x हो गया ना?
yes
ओके. तो उधर इधर x के हिसाब से डेरिवेटिव कर रहे थे, इधर हम vd के रेस्पेक्ट में डिराइव कर रहे हैं, और जो दूसरा कांस्टेंट टर्म है वो k by t के मल्टीप्लाई हो गया. तो इसीलिए ये is इंटू k by t के इंटू e to the power k vd by t के आ गया है. ठीक है.
yes sir
Okay. So now this k by tk of yes, k by tk of id we have got. Then how much is k? That we will calculate. Already in the previous slide, you see we have written, yes, k is what? It is 11,600 by eta, and eta equal to 1 for germanium and 2 for silicon for relatively low value of diode. मतलब नी वैल्यू से पहले वो इटा का वैल्यू 1 और 2 होता है जर्मानियम और सिलिकॉन के लिए, लेकिन इटा का वैल्यू 1 फॉर बोथ जर्मानियम एंड सिलिकॉन एट हायर लेवल ऑफ डायोड करंट. मतलब जब कंडक्टिंग रेज तुम बोल रहे हो, मतलब डायोड करंट जब फ्लो कर रहा है उस टाइम पे दोनों सिलिकॉन के लिए और जर्मानियम के लिए दोनों के लिए इटा का वैल्यू 1 है. ओके. So that means k will be equal to 11,600 by 1 because we are talking about the conducting region. Okay, at that time eta will be equal to 1, so k will be equal to 11,600 by 1, and tk Tk will be equal to Tc. Tc मतलब room temperature. That is, you can say 227 degree centigrade plus 273. Tk मतलब temperature in Kelvin, Tc मतलब temperature in Celsius. Okay. So सेल्सियस से केल्विन को कन्वर्ट करने के लिए 273 डिग्री ऐड किया जाता है. ओके, so that's why it is Tk equal to Tc plus 273 degree. So that we are doing here. K equal to 11,600 by eta or 11,600 by 1. Okay, eta equal to 1 for both germanium and silicon in vertical rise section of the characteristic. Vertical rise section मतलब जो तुम्हारा conducting region है. Vertical rise section मतलब इधर होके जब conduct हो जाता है, जब डायोड conduct करना शुरू कर देता है. ओके, इसके बाद थ्रेशोल्ड वोल्टेज के बाद ये कंडक्ट करना शुरू होता है ना, तो नी वोल्टेज के बाद इसको वर्टिकल सेक्शन भी बोलते हैं. एंड टेम्परेचर इन केल्विन Tk इक्वल टू Tc plus 273 और room temperature is taken as 25 degree, sometimes it is taken as 27 also, so in some cases. So anyway, so you can consider room temperature as 25 degree centigrade. Okay.
So 298 Kelvin there written wrong.
Yes, 298 Kelvin. Room temperature in Kelvin is 298 degree. Okay, so now I can calculate Tk by Tk equal to 11,600 by 298 or equal to 38.93. Okay, or I can say did by dvd जो कि मेरा इधर आया था क्या, k by t के id. ओके, तो k by t के जगह मैं डाल दूंगा 38. ओके, तो 38.93 id. Clear? So we have to flip this one because I told you that R equal to V by I or equal to 1 by I by V. I by V मतलब जो I का इक्वेशन डिराइव हुआ है with respect to V. Okay, so in that way, if I'll do the or flip it, dVd by dId equal to 1 by 38.93 id और 1 by 38.93 उसका वैल्यू कितना होता है 0.0026 0.0026 by id, or that is equal to, if you convert it into milliterm, then 26 it is 0.026, or it is in milli, it will be 26 millivolt by 1 by 38.93 by id. ओके, सो 1 by 38.93 को अगर कैलकुलेट करोगे उसका वैल्यू आएगा 0.026 वोल्ट बाई id. ओके, और इट इज इन टर्म्स ऑफ मिली, इट विल बी 26 millivolt by id. So directly, if you know id at a particular point, so this its AC resistance can also be calculated using this equation, that 26 millivolt by id. Okay, so most of the times this derivation is asked in the exam, so it will ask to find out the AC resistance or derive the AC resistance that is equal to RT, which is given by 26 millivolt by id. Derive this equation, so you have to derive in this way. Understood? Just again, otherwise I am telling. First, you have to start from this point. You remember this point. You have to remember. Okay, id equal to is into this muscle. Okay, then derive this equation with respect to Vd. Okay, so after derivation, you have this did by dVd. Okay, but you need to calculate RT. RT is V by I or 1 by dVd by 1 by did by dVd. So that is equal to 1 by 38.9 id. or once you get the dID by dVT, which is equal to this much, this K value you can calculate, that is 11,600 by eta. Eta you will put as 1. Why I told you? Because eta value equal to 1 for both germanium and silicon in the conducting region. Okay, and Tk will be equal to 25 plus 273, which is equal to 298 degree Kelvin. So from that you will get how much is K by Tk. Okay, so K by Tk is coming your 38.93. So dID by dVD equal to 38.93 ID. Okay, once you got these things, your RT equal to dVD by dID, or that is equal to 1 by dID by dVD. Okay, which is equal to 0.026 by ID, or that is equal to 26 millivolt by ID. Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, sir. But
Yes, tell me.
sir, we have to remember the value of eta for
Yes.
germanium.
So yes, that's why I told you that equation is इसका जो पहले पेज में था. Okay, so that thing basically what you will remember, K equal to 11,600 by eta, और eta का वैल्यू तो 1 डाल रहे हो, तो कुछ याद करना ही नहीं. Okay, और TK equal to TC plus 273, और TC क्या जाएगा 25 डालोगे, इधर 273 डालोगे तो 298 आ गया. और ये इक्वेशन तो समझ, जस्ट इट इज नथिंग बट ए सिंपल डेरिवेटिव. तो तुम्हारा प्लस 2 का ये एंट्रेंस के लिए तो बहुत सारे कैलकुलस किए होगे ना, इंटीग्रेशन डेरिवेटिव बहुत सारे किए हैं. ओके, तो उसी वही डेरिवेटिव है, नथिंग एल्स. ओके, सो इट इज जस्ट a very important question. Most of the time this question is asked. Find out the AC resistance. Okay,
This is only valid for the AC current, na?
yes. Okay, next one we'll see about the average AC resistance. Okay, so as already I have told you, average AC resistance is calculated between 2 points. So let us say this is 1 point and this one is another point. So in between these 2 points, how much is the resistance that we want to calculate? So how can we do that? We'll basically find out the delta VD by delta ID. So if you have 2 points, put 2 verticals, इधर से vertical और इधर से vertical डालो. तो ये जो gap है, that is your delta VD. Similarly, put 2 horizontal line here and here. Okay, and the gap between them is delta ID. So now you have delta VD and delta ID. You can easily calculate the RAV, or average AC resistance. Okay, so you may get some problem based on that. Sometimes here I don't have such problem, but otherwise you can easily calculate those things. So if you look at in this question, how much is delta VD, you can calculate, and how much is the delta ID, that also you can calculate, and accordingly divide them, and that will give you the average AC resistance. Okay, so this is the summary of these 3 type of resistances which we are talking about. Okay, next one we'll see the diode equivalent circuit. So this diode equivalent circuit is very important for our problem solving. Okay, so anytime a resistance, a diode will be given, so you have to think in terms of its equivalent circuit. Okay, so first look at this curve, or look at the characteristic of the this diode. So what you are observing, that after 0.7 volt, this diode has started conducting. Yes or no? After 0.7 volt, it is starting conducting, and whether the resistance of this diode is in 0 or infinite, or it is a finite value. Tell me from this
Finite
graph.
value.
from this graph,
Finite.
yes, it is a finite value. Okay. Now tell me, if this graph would be a completely vertical line, then
Then
what does that indicate?
Then infinite.
Infinite. Resistance is delta VD by delta ID.
Sir, delta V change will be 0, na?
Hmm.
Delta V value 0.
Yes.
Then we have to calculate V equal to IR and R equal to V by I. 0, sir. 0.
Yes.
0.
Yes. So if it's a vertical line, that means what? At 0.7 volt, that point पे वो infinite current flow कर रहा है, मतलब वो short हो जा रहा है, मतलब उसका resistance कुछ ही नहीं है. Okay. Similarly, in this section, the first section, resistance कितना है? 0.7 से पहले, 0.7 से पहले ये सेक्शन में वो इसका रेजिस्टेंस क्या है? रेजिस्टेंस 0 है.
इन्फिनिट है सर ना.
रेजिस्टेंस इनफिनिट है, अरे रेजिस्टेंस 0 होगा तो मतलब वो करंट फ्लो करना चालू हो जाएगा ना. ओके. ये पहला सेक्शन में रेजिस्टेंस इनफिनिट है, so that's why it is not
Sir,
allowing the current to flow.
graph V.
Before 0.7, before this 0.7 point, the resistance is
Current
infinite.
is 0.
Yes, current is 0 मतलब क्या है? Resistance infinite. Okay. If the current is very high or infinite, that means resistance is 0. Okay. So that means this diode has either some resistance and it has some this opposition voltage also. So now look at this figure. This is just a equivalent circuit of this resistance. Equivalent circuit of this diode. Okay, what it is saying, that the diode is consuming 0.7 volt. Yes or no? Because I have already told you, after 0.7 application of 0.7 volt, this diode will start conduction. Okay, so that's why it is consuming 0.7 volt. So that's why one voltage has been connected whose value is 0.7. Okay, and it has a particular resistance value. So that's why one resistor is connected. Okay, along with a ideal diode. Ideal diode में क्या होता है? Ideal diode में कुछ resistance नहीं होता है, कि कुछ ये भी नहीं होता है, कुछ वोल्टेज ड्रॉप भी नहीं होता है. जैसे कि हम देखे हैं कि आइडियल डायोड मतलब when it is reverse bias, it will not conduct, and when it will be just the voltage will be just out of reverse bias, that means when it will enter to 0, at that time the current will be infinite. Okay, so that means basically a diode is a combination of an ideal diode with a threshold voltage source Vt with a average resistance Rab. Okay, so these three things are associated with a diode. A practical diode is a combination of ideal diode and a average resistance of value Rab and a threshold voltage Vt. Okay, now in some cases what we think, that the average resistance Rab is 0. Okay, whenever you think that when the diode is conducting, it is conducting infinitely, or diode is short circuited. Okay, so that thing is indicating that the current is equal to infinite after 0.7 volt, or that means that diode has no resistance. When it is starting conduction, it is not providing any resistance. So that's why its current is infinite after 0.7 volt. Okay, or this equivalent circuit is there is no resistance. You can see. Just compare the previous figure. In the previous figure, you are considering this R average, and look at the corresponding graph. This graph is not a vertical line; it is having a finite slope. Okay. In the second case, look at the vertical line. The current after 0.7 volt is completely vertical. Yes or no? So completely vertical means, what does it indicate? If it is completely vertical, then Rab equal to how much?
Resistance 0.
Resistance 0 है. ओके रेजिस्टेंस 0 है मतलब इसका जो इक्विवेलेंट सर्किट होगा उसमें हम रेजिस्टेंस को काउंट नहीं करेंगे और रेजिस्टेंस इक्वल टू 0, so that's why the resistance is not connected in this equivalent circuit. Got it? Now look at the next figure. Okay, so in this figure what you are finding out, threshold voltage is 0.7. तो वोल्टेज तुम्हारा 0.7 वोल्टेज होने के बाद ये करंट चालू करना शुरू करता था, मतलब डायोड वाज कंज्यूमिंग 0.7 वोल्ट. ओके, बट इफ यू लुक एट दिस डायग्राम व्हिच इज ए आइडियल डायोड. आइडियल डायोड में क्या होता है, मैंने बोला हूं कि नेगेटिव व्हेन इट इज रिवर्स बायस और इफ यू आर अप्लाइंग नेगेटिव वोल्टेज इट इज नॉट अलाउइंग करंट, it is stop. Okay, when the voltage is equal to 0 at that time it is allowing current, it is allowing current, all the current are flowing at this point. That means we are assuming the threshold voltage of the diode is equal to 0. मतलब 0 वोल्ट डालने से उसका डिप्लेशन रीजन खत्म हो जाता है, नेगेटिव डालने से, नेगेटिव वोल्टेज डालने से जो डिप्लेशन रीजन रहता है, और जब इनपुट वोल्टेज 0 है, either 0 or anything more than 0, then it is starting conduction. Okay, so that means there the threshold voltage is 0, so its equivalent figure don't have a threshold voltage component. Now compare the three figures here, compare this summary, you will be understanding it properly. The first model says, the first figure, it is saying what, तो डायोड है उसका कुछ
आइडियल
प्रैक्टिकली
नहीं है.
ये आइडियल नहीं है. ओके, अच्छा, जो फर्स्ट ये फिगर क्या बोलता है कि जो डायोड है उसका एक थ्रेशोल्ड वोल्टेज भी है और उसका एक रेजिस्टेंस भी है. मतलब जब तुम थ्रेशोल्ड वोल्टेज से ज्यादा डालोगे, VT से ज्यादा डालोगे, तब ये कंडक्शन स्टार्ट करेगा, और जो कंडक्शन होगा वो भी पूरा वर्टिकल लाइन नहीं होगा, मतलब उसका कुछ रेजिस्टेंस रहेगा, धीरे 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 करके करंट बढ़ेगा. ओके, सो दिस इज द फर्स्ट concept. Second one is, if you are assuming another diode which is conducting or which is starting conduction after threshold voltage, जब तुम 0.7 वोल्ट से ज्यादा डालोगे तब वो कंडक्शन स्टार्ट करेगा. ओके, लेकिन उसका जो रेजिस्टेंस है वो पूरा 0 हो जाएगा उस टाइम पे, मतलब जब 0.7 वोल्ट डाल दोगे, ओके, उस टाइम पे उसका रेजिस्टेंस 0 हो जाएगा. ओके, दैट मीन्स एट दैट टाइम इट इज कंप्लीटली शॉर्टेड or its current through it will be infinite. Okay, so here we will get a curve like this. That means before VT no conduction, after VT it is starting, the current is starting to flow infinitely with a very high rate. Okay, so that's why
आइडियल बोलेंगे सर उसको, आइडियल
नहीं
डायोड.
नहीं नहीं, ये भी आइडियल नहीं है क्योंकि इसमें थ्रेशोल्ड वोल्टेज ड्रॉप हो रहा है VT. ओके, look at the third one. थर्ड वन में क्या है, थर्ड वन इज द आइडियल वन. ओके, तो इसमें क्या है कि नेगेटिव साइकिल में और नेगेटिव वोल्टेज जब अप्लाई कर रहे थे तब वो कंडक्शन नहीं कर रहा था, एंड व्हेन द वोल्टेज इज अप्रोचिंग अराउंड 0 और 0 से थोड़ा सा ज्यादा हुआ, उस टाइम पे ये कंडक्शन शुरू करती है. ओके, द कंडक्शन स्टार्टेड व्हेन द इनपुट वोल्टेज इज लिटिल मोर देन 0 and the current is also infinite. That means it is the RAV equal to 0 here. RAV is 0 and the threshold voltage is 0. The average RAV which is providing, that is 0 and VT equal to 0. Here RAV equal to 0, VT is let's say 0.7. It is not non-zero. Okay, here RAV is not equal to 0 and VT is also not equal to 0, something more than 0. तीनों में डिफरेंस क्या है पता चल गया. Okay, actually all the diodes which we see, those are like this. Practically
Sir,
no
Sir,
wait,
please,
Yeah.
sir, please explain first one and second one again.
yes, that I'm doing again. Okay, practically all the things which you are seeing, obviously that must have some resistance and it will have some threshold voltage. Okay, all the diodes which are seen that may have some threshold voltage. Okay, so diode का कुछ threshold voltage है. Okay, तो threshold voltage से ज्यादा डालने के बाद वो करंट फ्लो करना शुरू करेगा. So that's why it is having a drop of threshold voltage VT. So that's why this VT drop or VT is considered as a voltage source which is inside this diode, and it will provide a resistance. That means the current will not flow infinitely when it will start conduction. Whether the current will start flow infinitely, no, it may have some resistance RAV. So that's why it is showing that it has a resistance RAV. Okay, plus it is a ideal diode. Okay, second case में क्या है कि it is simplified model. Okay, so we are assuming that after threshold voltage VT, it is starting conduction and the current is equal to current is flowing infinitely. When the input voltage is more than threshold voltage, the current is becoming infinite. Okay, or it is providing zero resistance. So that's why this is the model for the second case. Yes. Okay, so here you see there is no average resistance, or the average resistance is equal to 0. And the third case, we are assuming that RAV equal to 0 as well as threshold voltage is equal to 0. That means it is not providing any resistance. Okay, and the threshold voltage is also 0. Okay. See, when we can consider it's a practical diode or a ideal diode or a simplified diode, when we can consider. Suppose you have a network in your, yes, all of you mute yourself. Okay. Suppose you have a network. In your network, some other resistances are there, resistors are there, and diode is connected. Okay. So this diode has a resistance. Let us say its resistance value is RAV, and the other all the parameter of the other network has a resistance as R network. Suppose assume this is one circuit like this. Anything is connected, and here one diode is connected. So all the resistance of the other part of the circuit is named as R network, and the resistance of this diode is named as, let us say, RAV. Okay, look at this one. What it is written? If R network is much larger than RAV. Okay, suppose तुम्हारा जो total circuit है, जो network का resistance है, that is much larger compared to RAV. So in that case, obviously I can neglect that RAV part. Okay. Similarly, if all the voltages which are there in this circuit, if those voltages are much larger compared to the threshold voltage of this diode, then also what I can do, I can neglect the threshold voltage part. Okay, so in those cases, I can assume the diode to be an ideal diode. Okay, तुम्हारा सर्किट में सपोज मान लो एक वोल्टेज है 24 और एक 50 वोल्ट का, ऐसे बहुत सारे वोल्टेजेस है, और लेकिन डायोड का वोल्टेज 0.7 है. तो तुम्हारा जो कैलकुलेशन करोगे तो उसमें क्या होगा, 50 रहेगा, 24 रहेगा, ऐसे बहुत सारे वोल्टेज रहेगा, उसके साथ 0.7. तो विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू 50 आई कैन नेग्लेक्ट 0.7. So that's why it is saying that if E network means voltage of other voltages in this network. If that is much larger compared to VT, then I can neglect that VT part. Similarly, if all the resistance of the other resistor of the network is larger than the average resistance of the diode, then also I can neglect that RAV part. So if the two components, that is RAV part is neglected and the VT part is neglected, then only the diode will be considered as a ideal diode. Okay. In the second case, this second scenario, if our network is much larger than RAV, इसको देखो. Okay. जो तुम्हारा पूरा resistance है, okay, R network, the resistance of the network is much larger than RAV, then you can neglect RAV. Okay, so that's why here you are seeing that the resistance part or RAV part is not there. Okay, and in this first model, if everything is comparable, that means our network is comparable or similar in the same range of RAV, we cannot neglect RAV. Similarly, if the E network is similar or in the same range of VT, then also we cannot neglect VT. Okay, so in that case we have to take the first model. Okay, suppose मान लो तुम्हारा एक डायोड का है थ्रेशोल्ड वोल्टेज 0.7, you are working or you are applying a voltage of 5 volt. So 5 volt and 0.7 volt, they are comparable. So practically I should not neglect 0.7 with respect compared to 5 volt. Okay, but suppose assume I am applying a 100 volt voltage supply. I am applying 100 volt and there the diode is taking a drop of 0.7. Okay, so for simplicity of calculation, I can neglect the 0.7 with respect to 100. Okay, but if my applied voltage is 5 volt, then I cannot neglect 0.7 compared to 5 volt. Getting my point or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Similarly, let us say RAV resistance of that diode is, let us say 10 ohm. Okay, and there are other resistances around, let's say 20 ohm is connected inside your circuit. So you cannot neglect the 10 ohm compared to 20 ohm. But if your other part of the circuit is having, let's say 1001 kilo ohm and your diode resistance is around 10 ohm, then obviously for simplicity you can neglect the 10 ohm compared to the 1000 ohm. Okay, so that is the principle. So most of the problems which we will do, there it will be given as a, just in the problem it will written as a for a silicon diode. So silicon diode means you will assume that this type of that it has a threshold voltage of 0.7 and the RAV is 0. Okay, we'll sometimes we will assume this simplified model, or sometimes you will assume ideal diode. Okay, if it is ideal diode, then in the question it will be written for a ideal diode calculate this thing. Okay, so at that time you will apply Vt equal to 0 as well as your RAV equal to 0, or if it is simply written for a silicon diode, ideal term is not written. It may be in the question it will be written for a silicon diode calculate this thing. At that time you will apply Vt equal to 0.7. We'll see these things in when the problem will come. Okay, for the timing, you just remember for a diode there may be 3 type of representation or 3 kind of models. Okay, and the names are also written according to that. First one is piecewise linear model. Okay, so we are, why it is linear or piecewise? We are assuming that diode have a linear characteristics and in different region. What you are assuming? That after Vt it is a linear line, and before Vt it is a horizontal line. Okay, but we are assuming it's linear, though actually our diode is not linear. Okay, it's an exponential curve like this. Okay, but for simplicity of our calculation, we are assuming, let us say after 0.7 this curve is a linear curve. We are assuming. Okay, so that's why this model is named as linear. And why piecewise? Because we are assuming it is linear. After knee voltage it is one straight line, and before knee voltage it is another straight line. Look at here. Here this curve is indicating basically 2 straight lines. It is one straight line, and another is this is another straight line. Okay, so that's why the model is named as piecewise linear model. Now it is little bit simplified, or we are neglecting this RAV part. So that's why the second one is named as simplified model. Okay, and last one is ideal. We are assuming it's ideal. It don't have any threshold voltage drop, and it don't have any AC resistance RAV. Okay, so these are the 3 different resistance model. So it will be very interesting when we'll do the problem part. Before going to the problem part, just go through this Zener diode and the light emitting diode. In this Zener diode, we'll see more about this Zener diode, problem solving of this Zener diode that we'll see. Okay. We'll see this later. LED. Okay, LED is also nothing but it is just a PN junction diode. Like in the PN junction diode, how it conducts, that when you apply it in forward bias, the depletion region is neutralized and the conduction starts. Similarly, this is just the same thing for the LED. LED is also a PN junction diode. But when you keep that PN junction diode in the forward bias region, that depletion region is neutralized. But when it will be neutralized, it will emit some energy, photon. It will emit some photon, and those photons will be looking as a visible light. Okay, so just remember that LED is nothing but a PN junction diode. When that diode will be kept in forward bias junction, at that time the depletion region will be neutralized, and when it will neutralize, it will emit some photon, and those photon will be visualized as light.
सर भूख लगी है.
Just wait. It is already time
Time up, sir.
45.
So time हो गया.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir. You can will you upload this in YouTube? This today's lecture.
Yes, I'll try to do that.
Okay, sir.
Load line analysis. Okay, we are going very slow. You have to be little bit fast because a lot of courses are there. Since we are in the beginning classes, I was going very slow. So gradually, I have to be little fast to complete all the syllabuses. Okay, we are okay. Anyway, just I'll stop here. I'll take attendance. So in the next class tomorrow, I will continue from this load line analysis. Okay, so once this load line analysis will be done, then we'll go for the problem solving. That will be very interesting.
सर स्लोली सर थोड़ा आराम से.
But आराम से होने से तुम्हारा
समझ-
syllabus खत्म नहीं होगा.
तो सर
And
फिर एग्जाम में
सर,
लिखूंगा
समझ
क्या
नहीं
हम
आएगा.
लोग?
Okay, no, just I'll go slowly. Okay, no problem. But along with it, I have to be also concentrate on how to complete the syllabus. Okay.
ये एग्जाम में न्यूमेरिकल पूछा जाएगा या थ्योरी से?
Both. Okay, theories will be there as well as numerical will also be there. Okay, all of you please mute yourself so that they will be in the proper order. Okay, I'll put this video in this YouTube channel also. Okay, so all of you concentrate here, as well as if you have any doubt, you can go there, as well as I will also send the documents in PDF format. You can go through it. Okay. So,
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.